downfall. I accept that. That was later models had a kind of a plastic level that you could unfurl down. Then it would run down along the back of your leg and onto the fella behind you. Very handy at football matches as well, because the chicken's ink would wet the lad behind you rather than yourself. So that's where that came from. That's an absolutely incredible development. That is. It's very underestimated, and not a lot of people understand what that's about. Yeah. We'll need someone to explain it to you, will? This unit here was used primarily in the hairdressing industry. This is a very early herming machine used in the hairdressing industry. So you'd go to your local hairdresser. At the hairdressing, it took 4 people to use this piece of machinery. You go to your local hairdresser, you'd sit in. Now this unit here, that would be affixed to the mains in the hairdressers. That would be affixed to the mains. You get a supply of water. This would be open then. Our old friend with the 4 young fellow with the coal, he would be employed. Now young people were employed, but they had to be tall because they're a little bit up off the road. They'd put the coal in here to heat up the water. The water then would heat up. The hairdresser would stand back and spray you with that hair with the spray then, and that would set your hair exactly as you wanted it. That was an incredibly effective machine, incredibly underrated. And even today, hairdressers swear there was never a machine quite like that. That's not commonly known now. But that, in fact, is for hairdressing, not for spraying. Like John Nocton knows that. That's a hairdressing machine. That's from the hairdressers, that is. 4 people took to use it. You fill the coal in here to heat the water. The hairdresser would stand back, it fixes the mains, heat the water here. It took an hour and a half. Then stand back then and hit wet look gel, and that's what that was for. Not a spraying machine at all. That was actually, and see this unit here then? This is also used in this part here. If somebody had a lot of hair, you could do that and wet their hair more. It's a brilliant machine for hairdressing. Later got used in spraying and that kind of stuff, but in fact originally was intended for the hairdressing industry. And that's where it was made for.
The wash.
Wash on board?
Oh, indeed. Many a time I washed on it.
Yeah?
And the older one than that, with the timber on it, that was up to date.
Yes, this machine here later became used as a washboard, and in fact at one stage was used in Cajun music as well. But in fact was originally invented with one purpose in mind. And Jerry Moore would know what that purpose was. That's not actually originally a washboard. Jerry, I can explain that to you now, Jerry. You probably remember this. That machine was originally used to reflect light in a barn with a high wall, where there was no sunlight getting in to keep cattle warm during the winter. They would put that in the little hole on top of the birds that went in and out, and that would reflect the light down. There'd be 4 or 5 of them, and go down across the room, and eventually heat the cattle inside of the shed. It was an incredible machine. That was an incredible invention, much underrated. Much underrated. Now, a farmer could have 50 of those in his farm, and he'd be bouncing the light around until he'd get confused, in fact. Until he'd get confused. I often saw a farmer, it's rated that one farmer melted himself back behind Shanafarahan. He melted himself with the way he bounced the heat or the light over him back. And that could happen. Every year 5 or 6 farmers get melted with that machine. But other than that, a wonderful machine. Later used as a washboard. Totally underrated. The Cajuns use it for music, but that was its original intention, I can tell you that. Thank you. Hit me ahead. Just that one check mine. Let me see what this is for now. It's not commonly known, this very machine here. Later used in the farming industry by farmers for ploughing, but was originally invented as a tug-of-war aid for tug-of-war teams. This was to try and basically, tug-of-war teams were all town-based at the time. And they had no land. There was no land to spare in Ireland back then. So the population of 8 or 9 million in the country, there was no land. So the town-based tug-of-war teams would meet at corners like this very corner here. And there'd be a little yoke here for tying your horse up, or a water hydrant, whatever it took, okay? You grabbed on here, right? All you grabbed on. As many as 10 men would grab onto that. And a full tug-of-war practice could then take place. Pete, you remember this is a tug-of-war machine?
I surely do.
This is a tug-of-war machine back in the old days. Later was used for...
Put it behind the horse.
Sorry there.
Sorry.
Tug-of-war machine
My apologies.
from the 1800s.
Pick it up. And behind the horse, and there'll be chains on it.
Right.
And away with you.
Oh, it did now?
That's how, and the wheel will go around there in the front.
We'll go around here.
Yeah.
This man wouldn't move.
No, not that now. She's only tied there. The wheel will
As
go
I
around
said,
there.
it was a tug-of-war
That's it.
machine for training for
Tug-of-war.
teams in town.
Whoa. Hard. Hard, isn't it? No.
I heard you were
I was like,
Maybe.
Are you the town crier?
No,
who is?
We missed him. No, who he is. No,
Well, I heard him on
pick it up
All right, no, it wasn't me. No, 4 missed calls.
like a rhinestone cowboy.
So they're looking for us here in video. Where to go?
Well, come on, be on.
Need a crowd around exactly what's going on. Interview the Queen.
I know.
In our second last, our penultimate day as Queen of the Lakes, Aoife Kelly. Aoife, you've officially launched today's Heritage Day. I believe is that
your
right?
own outfit.
Hold on, we'll need you a second now. Hold on. You've officially launched the day, have you?
I don't know, I'm here. I'm here supporting you.
So what's your advice to the incoming Queen?
Enjoy it. Enjoy it. It's been fun and best of luck to her. Yeah.
You had a good year yourself?
It's been a great year, yeah. Really good. It's been fun.
Was Micheál Kane your escort last year? No.
I wasn't. No, I believe he's going to be an excellent escort this year.
How did you win without Micheál Kane as escort? There's been no winner in years without
I
Micheál
bet
Kane
he's
as
in
escort.
demand, huh?
He was escort for Susan Gannon and he's with
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Paula Cabinet, where Cawley or
Yeah.
Ciara Galvin. She is such a pig. Ciara's Cawley, is it, Micheál?
It is, I think.
Do you know that there's an escort competition this year called the Ballinrobe Bull, the Bull of Ballinrobe, sponsored by Monge's Opticians, and I think John Cummins has given a stake as well. So you give advice to her to enjoy her year there, yeah?
Enjoy the year, yeah. Enjoy it tomorrow night. It's going to be great fun. I can't wait.
Very good.
Yeah.
We'll see you then. Thank you very much, Eva. There's a crowd around. Yeah, easy. Got a video of Debbie. Oh yeah, we'll look at you on the news. Oh no, not what are that? Nutty. Oh, better man. Television here. Well, can you help me a second here? I'm ready, you come here a second. You hold this for a second. Here a second. So, would you explain what this was? You see, what's not commonly known, what's not generally known nowadays, is this at first glance might appear to be maybe a piece of equipment for a fencer, and I don't mean Tony Flaherty putting down a few yards, or it might appear to be some sort of an early mannequin booster type situation. But in fact, this actually was a unit that was used predominantly in the west of Ireland, though not exclusively so, to scare young fellas away from sweet shops. This was put inside the window of the sweet shop, and the children, they were painted, see the face here, ergonomically and in a kind of subliminal way. These are all very deep meaning symbols. And these symbols, a young child would identify the symbols and be immediately scared by those symbols. So they were put in a sweet shop, and children would then not want to go to the sweet shop because of these symbols that were on this unit. Very common in urban and suburban and town Ireland back in the 1930s and 40s. Later fell into disuse in the 50s with the onset of television in the 60s. But then as children, for example, they got these more advanced televisions here, like this one here now, right? That then rendered give these symbols actually through usage and through children becoming conditioned to those symbols and then being influenced by the television here. These symbols actually came to represent something different entirely for children. And young boys around 13 or 14 would then look at this and see something totally different. So in time, usage changed its purpose. And now you can't put it anywhere, which is why it's back inside the shop here. This now is being used to scare boys away from shops as well. Personally, I don't think it's effective. I don't think it's very effective, but it's what they're trying nowadays. But this is actually what that was for in the old days.